Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host of the evening, Bärbel Schäfer.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear artists, welcome to the B3 Biennale of the moving images. Gosh, you're so good looking without a mask. Wow. Are you all family if you're sitting close to each other? You want to raise a family? Huh? You got to watch out for that. We welcome you here in the Astor Lounge in Frankfurt, and all of you on the devices, the streaming devices, wherever you're going to watch us tonight, welcome. Yes, and I hope you're ready for exploring and getting to know the sensitive, the surprising, the challenging area of art we're going to enter tonight with a backpack filled with our curiosity. Especially in moving arts, we're always riding on a wave of avant-garde, and it's permanently changing the aesthetics, and you got to be ready for that. And those artists we're going to nominate tonight, they are ready for those changes within the moving images. And I hope we're all going to celebrate them. And if I talk about the different categories tonight, I'm not going to talk about the everyday categories. Our eyes, on our mind is often every day abused by seeing thousands and thousands of moving images within the social media. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the reflecting shelter of art, this sensitive and this intellectual room where we all can discuss our topics, our social, our political topics of humanity. And I hope you guys are all ready to celebrate our winners tonight. You enjoyed the evening and you're ready for our opening movie as well. Please welcome the director of the University of Art and Design, Professor Bernd Krake. Welcome, Professor. Yeah, we have to practice it, so the applause got to be a little bit longer until the artist or the laudator is on stage. That's the way to go, right? You've chosen to focus on a guiding principle for this Biennale, identity. Why?
Well, it's a good question. It's a tough question as well, because we really asking the question to see all the art pieces that really deal with this issue, to see where we're going to, where we're heading for. And I think identity is a real question that really regards to everybody and each individual. It's an individual question and it's a social question as well. It's a local question and it's a global question as well. So I think identity is one of the biggest issues of the world at the moment, because it's really the question, where are we heading? What do we do and what do we aim for? What's our goal in life? And of course, the climate change and the whole global problems that we face at the moment after the pandemic. I mean, I think we have lots of issues to address. And our artists really deal with these issues really on a very personal level and very artistic level, very creative level, very sensitive level, political level, in all avenues. So it'll be interesting.
So it's your 6th Biennale. What are you heading to? What are you ready for?
Well, I'm waiting for the 7th biennial next year, actually.
You're already with your mind on the 7th, right?
Well, it'll be the 10th year of the biennial, so it's already a decade of B3. And of course, we are going to celebrate it, and I'm already inviting everybody now to join us next year. But
save the date.
We are just starting this year's biennial, and I think we have such a great and rich program. And we have like 4 kind of greater modules, so to speak, and it's really the film program, it's the conference program, it's the art program, call it the Forum for the Moving Image, and we're really focusing on the talents, the new talents. I think that's a very good and new kind of strengths of the B3, that we really try to reinforce young talents and their way to, well, success, so to speak.
Storytelling, I think this is what we can say is the DNA of the B3, to tell a story either in a short film or in a longer version or within the web. But what do you think? What is, not only the DNA, but what is the strength of moving image? What would you say?
Well, I think, as you said, storytelling, of course, is the basis for probably most of the moving image work that's existing. And it's very different perspectives, of course, and the story is key. I mean, it's really key, it's king. That's why we cooperate with Book Fair. We talk about it in a moment, of course, but I think it's really important that the approach of the B3 is not to only say we're talking about film, about linear moving images, maybe about TV, but we're really talking about the broad scale of what the moving image is about. It's not only linear, like in film or in TV, it's even non-linear, meanwhile, in games and interactive issues. And it's very experimental as well. And we are talking about new technologies, VR, we are talking about artificial intelligence. And I think it's such a broad spectrum, and that's the unique USP of the B3, really, that we are not just a regular film festival or like a regular art festival, that we're really combining these broad approaches, crossing all kinds of different branches and different approaches.
One of your partners, the Book Fair you just mentioned, are there other partners we need to mention, we want to mention? Because this is a Biennale, you need partners.
Yes, we are really very thankful, of course, to our ministry, the Ministry of Higher Education, Science and the Arts, which is the main funder. Our minister, Angela Dawn, cannot be here tonight, but she wishes you a very nice evening and much success, of course, to B3. She was here yesterday for the press conference. And we are, of course, very thankful for other sponsors and partners like the Kulturfonds Frankfurt-Rhein-Main, who supports us for many years already. And they especially support the art program, which is really terrific. And we are really thanking very much the Frankfurt Economic Development Corporation. Mr. Schwebel is here. Thank you very much. And he will be on stage in a little while. And we are particularly thankful to Sylvia and Friedrich von Metzler. Frau von Metzler, thank you very much. You know, she is the sponsor of the main BEN Awards, which is really terrific. And, you know, thank you so much for all this great support. And for the first time this year, in this kind of present situation, the Astor Lounge is again our partner, which is a fantastic cinema and a fantastic movie theater. We are really happy that now you are here as our audience. Last year we had the stream from the same stage and there was nobody, which was like
You
awful.
felt lonely. You told me, watch out, don't fall.
So this is much better. So I'm so happy that we can have you as the audience here now.
It's a little bit unusual, right? But I like it too. You have to get used to it again.
The first impression today with the guests was that everybody is almost excited to be out again and to experience this kind of community. And I think that's one of the big effects, that we really reopen and restart culture, restart life again, and hopefully it will continue like this. And another important partner is the MyZeil shopping center itself, because we are really exhibiting art pieces in empty spaces, which is, of course, one of the challenges of the pandemic situation. And I think we all have to think about re-energizing, revitalizing the inner cities, and it will be a big challenge for the future, for the architects, for the social planners, for the politicians, and for the artists and the cultural scene as well, to come up with ideas of how we can reuse the space, the inner city space, which is the most valuable space in the cities. And if it's empty, it's really
I think you're
a shame.
An injection with the Biennale.
As I'm talking into this microphone, we need lots of technical support, and I would really like to thank Citizen Phi again as our longtime partner for the university and for the B3 as well. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
And girls up there. That's it? We didn't forget anyone?
I cannot mention all of them. We showed them in front of the show. And of course, I want to mention again the Book Fair, which is our strategic partner with Arts Plus.
Come on, let's invite the director of the world's largest book fair, international book fair, Frankfurt. Starts next week. Jürgen Boos. Huh? Yeah, we practice that. Lieber Jürgen Boos, herzlich willkommen. Yeah, what distinguished the partnership? You mentioned it a little bit already, Professor Krake. What's your point of view? What's the intersection in between your cooperation, Book Fair and Biennale?
Thank you, Bärbel. Actually, I'm quite honored to be here on the stage with Bernd. I think you represent the future of storytelling with B3. You do a lot of experiments, and I'm quite jealous about that. So it seemed to be quite normal for us actually to work together, to bring whatever he has to offer to the book fair, to have it on the book fair ground, and to participate in the ideas you're bringing to Frankfurt about the ways we can tell stories now, in the future, the many different ways, and the alternatives we do have.
And how can you enrich each other? Are there certain corporations you're right into it? Because, I mean, your market, the book market, had a great challenge within the last year.
Actually, the book market did quite well through pandemic times, and when you go through the statistics, you see that there's a lot of young people now really started reading on paper again. But actually, we share a common idea of storytelling, and storytelling can be many, many ways. It can be moving image, it can be on paper, it can be an audiobook, but you can also mix all these forms. And this is what's happening here, and that's why I'm excited about being here and working with Bernd and B3.
Yeah, but I can only give that compliment back because I think the book fair is the largest media event in the world, has all the benefits to really create this kind of international platform. And I think this is really important for B3 as well, to offer a platform for international creative industries and for exchange and innovation, and even, of course, scientific discourse and dialogue. So I think it's an ideal partnership, and hopefully we can grow further after maybe overcoming some of the crises at the moment. And I think there's a great perspective for Frankfurt to have like this kind of interesting platform that is really such an international great event.
Yeah, and you guys are both located in Frankfurt, so we're happy to have you here. We're going to see you later on stage. Did you miss live music during the last month?
I missed everything, actually.
What else did you miss, Jürgen?
I missed restaurants, I missed movie theaters, I missed everything on a stage.
Okay,
you can mention it.
I can heal a little bit the missing of live music with the artists we're going to have now on stage. Thank you very much, Professor Krake and Jürgen Boos.
Thank you,
Thank
Bärbel.
you. Yeah. Craig Walker and The Cold. This is the live music part we want to offer you at the Biennale tonight. And you might know Archive if you're interested in music, and you know the name of Craig Walker. And I think the album will release in 2022, and of course, and for sure there will be a tour. Today we have them, enjoy them with their first song out of 2, Get Arrested.
Get arrested. Got an alibi, so invested. Hide a private eye, see-through dresses. Make it really clear whose story is getting told here. Can kill the divine, time makes it stronger, and read between the lines is only getting harder the longer. Getting away with murder becomes. You're detested, who once held you in high estimation. Your celebrity's thin, it's fading fast. Your doll parts are broken, they were never built to last. Can't kill the divine, time makes it stronger. To read between the lines, it's only getting harder the longer. Getting away with murder becomes. Between the lines, it's only getting harder the longer. Getting away with murder becomes. That's my hat.
That's yours. We found it. We thought it'll fit your band name.
Thank you.
You want to wear it? It probably looks cute.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you later.
See
once
you
again.
later.
Thanks so much. Oh my God, kein Strandkorb-Konzert. Schön. You like to collect. You like competition. You like to win. Then you're definitely right within the newest of contemporary art, NFT. And we're getting to our first competition, our first category, Best Emerging Talent. Best Emerging Talent. Yeah, the game we're going to hand out later. We're going to start with the first category. And as I said, if you want to win, if you like to collect, you're right with this contemporary new art. And the winner of this category is Serge Baranchikov, better known as Faraday. And he's exploring within this new contemporary art. And he wants to achieve that the viewer aims what he's interested in. For example, typical Russian landmarks, those matryoshkas, those Russian dolls. And maybe one day, not far from today, we all are going to buy his art and be part of this. What we're going to do at B3 tonight for the first time, we're going to give the prize to an artist from the web, who's successful within the web. This is quite new. Congratulations to Sergei Baranchikov. validator for this category comes from Austria, and he's driven by the question why. Why do we react on something? Why are we interested in a certain topic? He's an author, he's the founder of Monochrome, he's a director, and of course he is an artist, Johannes Grenzfurter. And what's interesting about his view to the world is that he's always having kind of an outside position. He's never a real close part of a typical scene or a specific peer group. He's free to ask the question why. Welcome, Johannes Grenzfurter. T120, oh my gosh,
Küss
you're
die
wearing
Hand.
the VHS jacket.
Yes,
That's
yes,
just
yes.
right. I still know VHS. Who else does?
I-
Oh my God,
I
I'm
thought-
not the only one.
I thought if I have to give away the award for emerging artists, I have to come in a jacket
Oh,
that
you're
is
so
in commemoration
well
of a dying
Yeah.
species
Yeah,
of
right.
medium, and
Glad
it's the
you
VHS
didn't go
tape.
one series ahead. Beta would have been, right?
Exactly. Wanted to say that because
Oh God,
some
I shouldn't
there
mention
are
that, but I know
youngsters here
that.
who probably don't even know the VHS tape. But I remember, like in the mid and early '80s, when you went to a video rental store, you had 3 parts. You
Mm-hmm. Right.
had Video 2000, Betamax, and VHS.
Yeah, and the part behind the curtain, but you didn't use that.
Which, by the way, was the reason why VHS made it as the dominant taping
Yeah, I
platform,
kind of
because
miss
porn
it.
was released
Yeah.
on VHS because the licensing fees were cheaper. That's the story.
I kind of, now that you talk about it, kind of miss VHS stores, but that's something else.
It
We're
had a
not gonna
nice
talk-
aesthetic, like
Yeah.
this like glittery thingy. Always
Yeah.
something moving on the button.
Yeah. kind of sleazy too, sometimes mine was. Okay,
Yeah.
but you prepared a laudatio for
Oh
Sergei.
yes. I'm very happy that I'm able to
You
do
are.
that.
Okay,
Yes,
I'm glad you
absolutely.
are happy.
So I'll perform it because I
You
cannot
do it.
remember that by
I mean,
heart.
you're an artist. Come on.
I'll
you
do
need
what I
more
can.
space. Should we switch
Well, I mean,
positions?
I've done weird things in my life.
Yeah.
I buried people alive. I created Soviet states. you name it. But it's the first time that I'm giving away such a precious thingy today. Okay, so Russian dolls. What do Elon Musk, Pepe the Frog, Pikachu, and Baby Yoda have in common? Any idea? Well, here is the answer. The answer is they have each turned into, as you said before, a Russian doll, also known as matryoshka. So, you know those like little wooden nesting dolls that are placed inside one another, getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So, Sergei Barabashnikov's matryoshkas are really pretty to look at. You have seen a little bit like on the screen before, but you can't take them home as you would with a normal doll you buy from a souvenir stand in St. Petersburg, where Sergei actually lives. Rather, his Russian dolls are purely virtual. They come as a collection of NFT dolls you can bid for online. So, что такое NFT? So, NFT is also called crypto art for all the people who are not in the know out there. And crypto art started and is starting to become a truly interesting choice if you want to discover new artworks and maybe also invest in them. Because it's a very interesting way of token, so you really are able...
Did you already?
What?
Did you invest?
I did.
Oh, really?
A good friend of mine sold me his NFT, and I have it. It didn't grow in value yet because I did the wrong thing. I have to talk to some people in Frankfurt here where I should invest. I don't know,
right.
but
You might. I'm
we'll
going to
see.
introduce you
But
to
I have
Alexander
0.3
later on.
Bitcoin. I have 0.3 Bitcoin. That's probably my retirement plan. Okay, good. So crypto art is a really interesting choice to invest right now. And we like Sergei's Matryoshka so much because he has given a traditional Russian landmark that was already a little bit, like corny and not that exciting, a funny rebirth, an interesting rebirth in a new dimension online. So He also speaks, of course, in this art piece about identities, because the matryoshkas, of course, the nesting dolls, are kind of like also the face when people think of Russia and something really interesting.
Think,
the thingy, the matryoshkas kind of thing. And so it's interesting to see that they always like have something hidden inside them. There is a doll, then another doll, then another doll. And in a certain way, I guess that's with all of us, we have identities hidden in identities, hidden in identities. So we are convinced that Sergei Barabashnikov, aka Faraday, so I think he's probably more interesting that we use his handle, his nickname, is an artist we will hear much more in the future, and we hope that we'll hear much more of him in the future. So congratulations to Sergei, wherever you are in St. Petersburg, out there. And it's a shiny little award that you get, and we are happy for you.
And he should be here. You can applause because he should be in the live call with us. We should show him one of the bands.
Let's do that.
Let's see if that works. Oh, see, come here.
Yeah.
Woo! Johannes, come here.
Oh, yes. Ah, there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
There you are.
Yeah, actually, he's on that screen.
On that screen.
Hi,
Nice.
Sergei. Unfortunately, you can't be with us tonight, and we're so excited that you won the prize of Best Emerging Talent. Congratulations from both of us.
It's great because it's...
Thank you so much. Hello, B3. Johannes' speech was much better than mine, I'm pretty sure. I want to say thank you to B3 entire team. I still can't believe I won this competition. When I was 16, I dreamed to win something at the festival. In Russia, there is a proverb: if you want something, then wait for years and it will happen.
See,
it took
you got it now.
Yeah, it's true, and it took me 8 years. But anyway, I'm incredibly happy about it. First of all, I want to thank the B3 and organization team. You're wonderful people, and I admire your work, your hard work. I want to dedicate my victory to my girlfriend. She's watching right now, by the way. Without her support, I would never have started this project. Спасибо, Полина. And the last but not least, I want to thank my team, which is called Infinity Art. You are the best, honestly. Taking this opportunity, I want to ask every viewer to spend an hour tonight. Please find out what NFT is and how it works. I truly believe that in 10 years, there will be no area of activity where NFT or smart contracts are not applied. Help our not so large community to grow and change the world step by step. Just find out how it works. Thank you so much and have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Sergei. Just one more question, Johannes.
Yeah.
Sergei, maybe you can help us because Johannes, he already invested within the wrong NFT. So if you just could give us a little hint.
Yeah, just buy mine.
Thank you so much. Best regards to you. Thank you, Johannes Grenzwald.
Thank you so much. Thank
This
you.
was our first category. Stell ihn einfach wieder unten. Wir schicken ihm den zu. Promised, wir schicken ihm zu. Kommen wir zu unserer zweiten Kategorie. Best Short Film. You got to be a good and a tough artist to put a difficult topic in a short film, in a best short film. Embrace freedom. Embrace being yourself and start writing your own story. As a woman, as a black woman, as a person of color, step into the front row and become what you truly are. Relieved from social expectation, relieved from patronizing attitudes. This is what our prize winner talks about. And we are so happy that Kulikani Mayisa is winning this category of Best Short Movie. She's been onto the short list of Girls' Impact of World Film Festival already. And she graduated from the University of Johannesburg in 2018. In 2021, she's winning the Biennale of Moving Images. So we are so happy for her. Best regards. Congratulations to Kulikani Mayisa.
Khawekazi, cabanga umhlaba ongowakho. Ongowakho ngempela. A world where you possess the power to write your own story. Buyela ekuqaleni.
Black girls and black women, they will fly. They won't accept any limits anymore. They will change authorities and they will give the world a futuristic vision. And these words are from the laudatory for Kulikani Mayisa. Unfortunately, she can't be with us. She's one of the founders of the Black Lives Matters movement, and you probably know her from the stage play Intersection, the political stage play to Black political identity. Please welcome Funmilola Fagbamila. She's a playwright, she's an artist, she's an actress, and she's a professor of Pan-African Studies at California State University in Los Angeles. We are so happy she sent us some words for Kulikani Mayisa.
Black women, imagine a world that is yours, really yours. These are the opening words in Kule Maisa's short film, Okunlope, Peace Be Upon You. Black woman, imagine a world that is yours. What a simple and powerful invitation. We see two young women beautifully photographed in black and white who are, over the course of 4 minutes, slowly but surely starting to dance. It's their first dance with freedom. Come and exist as you truly are. Your freedom is yours for the taking. This is the message conveyed by Kule Maisa, a young filmmaker from Johannesburg. She has created a touching collage that mixes images of her dancing protagonists with those of statues, movement versus standstill, life versus death, past versus future. The film is short, obviously, but it is so engaging that you want to rewatch it immediately. Photography, editing, the voiceover in English and Zulu, all elements harmoniously combined into a story aimed at a new generation of Black women from South Africa who are setting out to write their own stories. As the film says, take what's yours, Black women. Take it all. Congratulations on your award, Kule Maisa. Congratulations. I am on the road right now, so forgive me for having this hotel room of a setting. I wish I could be there with you, but for the time being, I just wanted to send this note to you to say congratulations and continue forward with your work.
Thank you so much. Peace be upon you, Kulikani Maisa. This is your prize. And you should be in the live call now. Wow!
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I can't even explain how honored I am to be receiving this award and to have those kind words from Patrice. Thank you so much.
We would like to have you here, and we're happy you're in the live call. Please tell us something about your category, Best Short Film. Why do you feel at home within this category?
I mean, look, I'm passionate, as you can already tell, I am passionate about women because this is my first point of reference. I think with this film, I brought different kinds of women in mind, but I'll start firstly with my great-grandmother. I made this film with her in mind because she fought in the women's protest of 9 August 1956 against the oppressive past laws under apartheid. And I made this film for her because, she had to carry the burden of Imbogoto. They had to give themselves that label, not because they wanted to, but because the government at that time had, forced them into that. So I made that film for her. I made this film with my grandmother in mind, who had to put aside her aspirations and her dreams for the sake of her marriage. And I also made this film with my mother in mind, who had to bear the burden of a strong Black woman at the age of 19 years old, becoming a breadwinner and simultaneously a single mother, you know. So this story is for any woman who relates to these scenarios, but it is also for women who, like in my generation, are growing tired of the stereotypes that have been placed upon us by people who, you know, have never walked a day in our shoes. We learn it from childhood, at school, in the church, that, you know, we have to be a certain way. We are dictated to, and we are often taught what to be, who to become. And this is just for women who decided that, you know what, they're breaking free. They are going to live life on their own terms. They're going to live life unapologetically, despite all the stereotypes.
Kulikani, this is a prize for your grandmother, for your mother, and of course for you. Thank you so much for joining this award within your life call. All the best for your future.
Thank you so much.
And go on with your strengths. Go on with your creativity.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We'll go on with the next category. Best game is our next category. Are there any golfers among us? Don't be shy. Give me a hand sign. Whoever of you played golf. Nobody else? Nobody? Really? Well, it's a surrounding where you can admit that you're a golfer. Mini golf. Does that count? I'm not quite sure. For the award winner. Yeah, it'll probably. Or maybe you're the type of person who pretends, even in a catastrophe, everything is cool, everything is fine, I'm just relaxed up here. Then you might be on the same journey as our little homesick pilot within Golf Club Wasteland, because he's using his connections to go back to the Earth, to our planet, for a last time, for a last solo trip after a great ecological catastrophe. And what happened to the rich people? They all saved themselves. They went up to Tesla City, up on Mars. And those of us who aren't rich, sorry, all of you died. So the prize category, Best Gaming, will go to Igor Simic. Woo! Yeah.
Take my hand. Don't let go. I know we won't get lost on our way home. Take my hand, don't let go. The signs are fake and the maps are false, but we must go on.
Golf Club Wasteland. And Igor Simic, he graduated from Columbia University. He has a gallerist, a representative here in Frankfurt, Gallery Beckers, and he's been part of Sarajevo and Berlin talents. And we just had a little glance at his prize-winning film. And I would like to welcome two men here on stage. Please, Professor Willy Weber. He's a gamer as well. Yes, you are. Now you need a long applause, yeah? You know him from his numerous jury jobs, and you know him as the Darmstadt University of Applied Sciences. Professor, right? Did I forget anything?
Yes, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. So you have so many jobs.
Yes, I do.
You're doing more than teaching. And I would like to invite on stage the CEO of Frankfurt Economic Development, Oliver Schwebel. Im Lounge Chair.
Ja.
Ganz relaxed vorne, in der Front Row. Ja, genau. Nimmt den Preis schon mal mit und die Laudatio.
So before we start, I'd like to say hello to everyone, to the B3 team, especially Katharina and Bernd. Thank you for having us here. Olli, so sieht's aus. And before I start my laudation, so I'm very sorry because I mix always English, German, because my wife is from England. And to house we talk like a mishmash.
Yeah.
So
Go
if
on
I
with
ask
your
her,
mishmash. I think that's
Janice, do
pretty
you
good.
love me? Janice, do you love me? She says, du mich auch. So before I start now my laudation, I would like to give a brief introduction to what are computer games and why people play computer games. So I was Googling around yesterday night, and so I found all those normal stuff, Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, all those games that we know. But then I suddenly found a very special picture, which was very interesting for me because, yeah, so can we show it? This is from a title. You see this picture? Can we dim the light, please? So this is a real title from 1983 about a couple who's playing computer games.
Oh my God.
So I hope you enjoy. This is really funny.
3D.
So, and what is going on in this picture? Yeah. So we see
Come on, I move
an
over
obviously happy couple. So we see, we see fun. This is the C64. This is the first home computer that we have for playing computer games at home. And what do we have more? Typo, that means computer programming and entertainment. And then we have Exhibition of Berlin, total serious topic. And then we have programming tips, how to program games and so on. So, and what was my conclusion for this picture? And it's very easy. On the first time, so to keep it short, it is love, obviously. Oh, can you repeat it?
Love.
So this is obvious. Love. And here we have fun. The 64 was a fun machine. And again, we have love in total because everything is entertainment on this picture. Yeah? And so this is a brief introduction to computer games. I hope you don't mind. But, you know, it's really love. Okay.
I kind of have the impression we disturbed them with something, but it's just my impression, right?
But even everything was real, even the address. Yeah. So no fake. So now we continue with the laudatio from the category Best Games. And here we go. Fasten your seatbelts. The prize goes to, already mentioned, Golf Club Wasteland. And surprise, surprise, Igor, you're there. Okay. So just a few words about Igor. Igor is the next award winner. And, oh, sorry, I use my glasses, so everything is in Kyrillish.
Okay. Well, you want to wear my glasses?
No, this is,
Wait.
I have
7.1.
So, hello. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Igor is the next award winner, and he's no stranger to B3. He showed something amazing artwork at the Biennale back in 2017, and he's again among the artists we chose for this year's B3 Moving Image Forum. Igor Simic, hailing from Belgrade, or what is in English, Belgrade, is known at B3 as the artist with the driest humor ever. And he embodies the festival spirit as he's so talented at many things. He's an artist, a filmmaker, a game developer, founder of a studio, everyday philosopher, and much more. We are granting the BEN Award for Best Game on Igor's recently released computer game, Golf Club Wasteland. And this is what the game is all about. You already mentioned it, but let me repeat
Go
it, please.
ahead, you found your glasses.
Yes,
After
the great ecological catastrophe, the ultra-rich moved to Tesla City. A super name, Igor, a super Tesla City is great. On Mars. The rest of humanity perished. Now, those new citizens of Mars fly to Earth and play golf in the... Just a second. It was pre-scripted, so I got it yesterday. Ruins of human civilization. So does Charlie, a sentimental man who can't adjust to life, to live on Mars. He uses his connections at golf club, offering Wasteland for one last solo trip to Earth. As players take... Oh, Ollie, do something for him, money. You want to read it?
Breathe.
As players take control of Charlie's golf swing across abandoned cityscapes, escalators, through factories and into pipes, they learn about Charlie's stories and also about what actually happened to life on Earth. It is true, this is no noisy, boisterous game, but rather a melancholic game. Golf Club Wasteland shows a dystopia, and yet, with its cultural references to Jean-Luc Godard, Samuel Beckett, or Aldous Huxley, and the German word Weltschmerz, written in large letters on one of these buildings. It is also a very sophisticated endeavor. Its elegant and simply mechanics are complemented by the sounds of Radio Nostalgia, a built-in radio station on Mars. This station features music tracks along with stories from people who call in to share their nostalgic memories about life on Earth. And before we get too nostalgic ourselves,
you're gonna fall back there.
I'm walking all around. And before we get too nostalgic ourselves, congrats, Igor. Please, come on. Award for the best game.
Come up on stage. Yeah, for the talk.
Super, Igor. Good man. So, few words.
Congratulations.
Do you want to have my mic?
Thanks for this wonderful speech. I also wear glasses, but I see for this much. So yeah, I'm here in person. I came from Serbia. They allowed me on the border. They asked me, what's the reason for your visit? I say, some Kunst award, and they said, okay, go in. And yeah, so I should stress that the game was made by a collective. My company is called Demagogue Studio, you know, demagogue like Donald Trump or Alternative für Deutschland. And in a way, as you mentioned, I do art, film, and games. And I'm not very good at either of those. I've never played games in my life. I'm not a great artist, but I'm also a demagogue, you know, like Kanye West, doing 10 different things. As they mentioned, the game is available on all platforms, on Sony PlayStation, on Microsoft Xbox, Nintendo Switch.
So we can't use the old machines anymore, right? We got to get new techniques.
Yes,
yeah, you got to switch.
Yeah, and the thing is, what Washington Post, which is owned by Jeff Bezos, whom we mock in the game, mentions the main thing is the radio program. And I built it with my colleague Shane Barry, who is a DJ in Tokyo. And we have 10 employees, so it's not only an art project, but it's a business. And you can expect 2 new games within the same universe next year. So, you know, they call this thing that I'm doing artist entrepreneur, I guess just like Kanye. No, I have no idea about money, but as far as the company is concerned, we have open positions for 2D artists and Unity developers. So if you need a job,
please apply.
A Serb is employing Germans.
Thank you so much, Igor Simic, for being tonight in Frankfurt. Congratulations on this award.
Just at the
Could
very
we correct
end,
that with those demagogues in Germany a little bit in 2021, or we just leave it like that?
I would just like to thank Bernd, because he keeps inviting me for some reason. I guess it's just charm recognizes charm. I want to thank Frau Metzler, von Metzler, and I really have to thank Anita Beckers. She is my contemporary art mother and has exhibited my work here in Frankfurt and is representing me as a tremendous lady, very supportive. So thank you. Frankfurt kind of became my second home.
Wow. Thank you so much. Enjoy the evening, Igor Simic. Yeah, you can. Thank you so much. Ja, also wenn das noch mehr Künstler sagen können, ne, dass Frankfurt das Zuhause wird, das wäre doch gut. Denn die Kulturschaffenden, die Kreativen, die Kreativschaffenden, die hatten ja nun in den letzten Monaten, lieber Oliver Schwebel, wirklich eine schwere Zeit. Wie versucht die Region Frankfurt, die Künstler zu unterstützen?
Also ich habe jetzt gedacht, ich muss in Englisch antworten. Ich habe mich jetzt schon vorbereitet, habe meine Zettel unten liegen lassen, gedacht, wunderbar, alles klar.
Ich dachte, so ein bisschen hessischen Einschlag hier heute.
Ja, wir können beides machen, ist kein Problem. First of all, ne? Also Money. Das Erste, was jeder braucht natürlich in dieser Pandemic-Zeit, war Geld. Das ist doch ganz klar. Ja, und dann braucht man gute Ideen, Kreativität, Innovation.
The artists were the first on the list with money?
Hilfsprogramme, yeah. So that's very important. In the first month, then we need good ideas. Then we have a very, very special new thing in Frankfurt. It's a master plan of creativity, and that's very important. Now we think what we can do at this time. Spaces, very important. Vacancy rooms in the city, lots of vacancy. And then we think how we can bring this together. And though we have very, very good programs together with the federal government in Wiesbaden and also in Berlin. And I think what we see at this time, also here in MyZeil, we bring in the rooms before retail was there. Now we have creativity and innovation. And what I can say, very, very big applause for the young people from the university that bring these ideas in this room. So it's very special. It's the first time that we bring the spaces and the B3 together with new ideas in a shopping center. So that's innovative, and it's a very, very good idea for the future in the cities of Germany and also in the cities of Europe or in the world.
And as a CEO for Frankfurt Economic Development, you've been working with B3 together for quite a while. What's your aim together? What do you want to reach?
Well, in the future, I think we want to bring more international in the city. The city is very international. But we need in this part of the branch, creativity industry in Frankfurt, more international people and more ideas, more connection and connectivity. And so what I can say for you, what do you think, how much turnover is the creativity industry in Frankfurt? What do you think, Bärbel?
You should know the numbers.
I
know them.
8 billion. 8 billion euro.
So it's a strong economical factor. It's one of the strongest within Germany.
And more than 40,000 people are working in this industry. So, and we want to bring these ideas from all the people, and games, for example, or film industry is also important in Frankfurt. Together with the film industry in Europe and also in the States, in Canada, of course, or in Russia, and all the areas in the world. And what we need now, after the pandemic, is more networking, more international, and of course, we have to meet us together.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Oliver Schwebel. Networking, that's the key word. That's what we're going to do with your support. Thank you very much. Yeah. Let's go on with this prizes, handing them out, and we're ready for the fourth category, Rotraut Pape Inspiration Award. If you are having someone who's mentoring you on your job, it's probably a gift, someone who's guiding you through a career jungle, who opens your mind and supports you when you're a newcomer, when you start. Being inspired by a woman who inspired so many students, we are happy to give this prize out tonight, the Rotraut Pape Inspiration Award. And I'm sure the winner of this prize is Brenda Leon. And a lot of you probably know her because with her camera, she has a detailed, actually a cinematic view on micro-sociological investigations. Her camera is like a weapon. She's never objective, and she's very successful. So congratulations, Brenda Leon, on the Rotraut Pape Inspiration Award.
Hi, I'm Joan, and I use Datacore to grow my business. I mastered the new data economy. Will you? Datacore.
Beware, there is a bright light coming up.
Okay, we're all set to be applying the new face mapping mask. We're here for your universal update, correct?
Operation Enduring Transparency has been very successful.
But there's one last step, and this requires you to sacrifice your privacy completely. This is a remarkable phrase with a smile.
And for this category, I would like to welcome as a laudator Professor Erika Surat-Anderson. She's a screenwriter, she's a director for television film, and she's been producing films herself, and she's teaching film and TV production at the University of Art and Design in Offenbach. Welcome her, Mrs. Anderson. It's for the fourth category, the Rotraut Pape Inspiration Award.
Thank you. Hello. Is that
Welcome.
on? Yes. Thank you.
You prepared a speech.
I did, and I
And I
edited.
think we should thank your family just really quick because
Okay.
they passed by and
Okay.
they brought you this super pen to
That's
mark
true.
everything. Sometimes you just need family, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Applause for families.
In general.
They know what we're
My
talking
husband
about.
and daughter are here. And I took out more than half of the speech. Tonight, I have the honor of presenting the Rotraut Pape Inspiration Award. The award is given in honor of Rotraut, the film professor and experimental filmmaker who was the head of the film and video department at the university from 2004 until her untimely passing in 2019. This year's award goes to Brenda Lean, an outstanding filmmaker, film composer, musician, screenwriter, graphic artist, animator, visual effects artist, and editor, in addition to being the director and producer of her films. Brenda entered the university in 2012 and began to work with Rotraut Pape, particularly in the field of editing, which was a real strength of Rotraut's. Brenda says that Rotraut was her inspiration for her montage style of editing, which Brenda still puts to good use in her films. Rotraut created an open, creative, nonconformist atmosphere in the film and video department in which this new student, Brenda Lean, thrived. In 2016, Brenda made an 8-minute short film called Call of Beauty, the first in a trilogy whose main characters are two young women who have a YouTube channel for beauty and makeup videos. As Brenda's description reads, they are stuck in beauty industry and product placement. The film uses intense, saturated colors and montage editing to great effect. The second film in the trilogy was called Call of Cuteness. The main characters are animated cats that perform for a camera and the audience's amusement. Brenda's description of this film includes, just a minute. I need a teleprompter. The cat's body is devoured, exploited, and controlled. This thought-provoking and sometimes chilling 4-minute film went on to many festivals and awards. The third film in the trilogy was Call of Comfort, about how invasive high-tech is in our lives and how today's technology seduces us to sacrifice our privacy. The film's visuals and soundtrack are again stunning. Call of Comfort won the 2018 German Short Film Award in the experimental category. This was not a student festival, it was a professional film award. It won many other honors as well. Brenda's films have traveled all over Germany, as well as to Sweden, the UK, France, Mexico, Denmark, Colombia, Mexico, so far. Brenda's newest film, First Work, Then Play, is her 20-minute diploma or master's thesis film. In it, Brenda works with the narrative form to take on the themes of pressure on an artist, whether they are family pressure, societal pressure, or the need to continually create and earn a living. I'm excited to see where this film goes, and I'm also very anxious to see what category they put it in. Despite the festivals, the press coverage, and the awards, Brenda is a humble and generous person. She was a joy to have in the classroom, and she was quick to support and compliment other students' ideas and always brought the discussion to a higher level. Since this is an inspiration award, Brenda Lean, I would say, is an inspiration herself. Despite her incredible visuals and original music compositions, Brenda never loses sight of the theme of her piece. As she shared with me, there are a million visual effects you can use, but I choose the ones that speak to my topic, to my theme. To watch a Brenda Lean film is to be challenged intellectually and emotionally, and to be inspired by the imagination, creativity, and originality of the work. And now I'd like to ask Brenda to come on stage and get the Rotrout Papa Inspiration Award.
Here, take this one.
Thank you.
Brenda Lean, Rotrout Papa Inspiration Award.
Go ahead.
Gee, you're so talented and so gifted. Congratulations. You're
Thank
collecting
you.
prizes while not even finishing your diploma.
Exactly.
Good
Well,
job,
it's finished
Brenda.
now.
It's finished. You're done. You're happy?
Yeah, I am.
I am.
Yeah, oh my God, I'm so honored also that Erika is making the speech because, yeah, Rotraut was my professor and Erika as well. She inspired me very much for visual storytelling.
Yeah, both
and so
of
many
us,
things.
both of you had the chance to meet Rotraut.
Yeah,
Those of us who didn't have this chance, can you describe her a little bit?
I think she was such a cool personality because she was so, I don't know, chaotic positive or chaotic good. And because, I don't know, she was an artist, she always challenged your thoughts, and I feel like she always told you things that you didn't want to hear, but you needed to hear. And I don't know, she wasn't very like obsessed about your work, but she gave you the space to kind of grow, and I think that was so important for me. And yeah, I really miss her, and I tried to channel her while making this new film as well. I was thinking of like, what would she say now when I was stuck?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
You got an answer?
Yeah, I told you. It was really something like, ja, dann mach halt dann so schwuppsdiwupps und dann läuft es so. It was something as
we give an
blatant as
award
that.
for somebody who says schwuppsdiwupps?
Yes, but it was so important. Like, I'm such a conceptual person in a way, and I get stuck on like certain concepts or ideas, and she kind of broke that and gave me a new perspective, and I think that's so important in a professor. And she did that, Erika did that, Mariola Brylowska did that, Marie-Helene Gutberlet also, and also Juliane Rebentisch was also very inspiring to me. And yeah, I'm so grateful for these amazing people in my life.
That's what you mentioned, Erika Anderson, as well, that she, didn't press you into closed borders, and that she let you break free. Yeah. And maybe this is a little moment, because for you it's probably pretty emotional. You know her, she inspired you, and you kind of ask her for advice. There were two persons surrounded by her before and after her position at the university, Helmut Herbst and Tatjana Tuskia. We'd like to remember too tonight.
Yeah.
Rotraut Papa.
Oh, good.
Tatjana Tusransky.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're so happy that you're holding this prize in your hand, and we're happy to follow your career. Thank you so much,
Thank
Brenda
you.
Lean. Thank you.
Very welcome.
Yeah, I announced you, Craig Walker and The Cold, 2 times tonight, and this is the second time. They are still sitting in the back row, relaxing, not having popcorn, but not knowing that it's their part now. So give a hand for those incredible musicians. And if you like Archive, you'll enjoy Again by Archive, Craig Walker and The Cold.
want to.
You're tearing me apart. Crushing me inside. You used to lift me up. Now you shut me down. If I was to walk away from you, my love, could I laugh again? If I walk away from you, and leave my love, could I laugh again? You're killing me again. Am I still in your head? You used to light me up. Now you shut me down. If I was to walk away from you, my love, could I laugh again? If I walk away from you, and leave my love, could I laugh again?
Dankeschön.
Craig Walker and The Cold. I love this song. You never want to stop it. Yeah, let's head on to the next category, immersive and time-based art. Sin Wai-kin, formerly known as Victoria Sin, she's using speculating narratives in her fiction, in her work. Their work presents, how could I say, fantasy narratives, maybe would be the right description for us, interrupting the process of a dialogue and of identification. Let's have a look at the work.
Ta 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 ta. Yeah yeah yeah
Wow. Two individuals who signify two sides. Looks like a long marriage for me, but maybe it's just my impression. Jürgen Boos, you might have another one, a professional view as a laudator for Sin Wai Kin. Welcome.
I'm very proud to give this laudatio, actually, I think this fits perfectly to me, and actually using here my notes, it might be a bit old-fashioned, but Bärbel, I need your help. I cannot hold, I'm a bit...
I hold the mic, you hold the glasses.
I'm a bit grobmotorisch. Best immersive and time-based art. Irreconcilable differences. I think in German that's unüberbrückbare Unterschiede, die zur Scheidung führen. In the category Best Immersive and Time-Based Art, we honor Canadian artist Sin Wai Kin for their work, Irreconcilable Differences. In many countries, irreconcilable differences is a legal term. It technically means that an individual and their spouse cannot get along with one another enough to keep the marriage alive. You can often hear or read the term when the yellow press reports on celebrities whose marriage has failed. Sin Wai Kin's video is not about a Hollywood couple, but about a much more interesting one. Two twin-like characters, clad in white and pompously made up, are standing side by side having a conversation. They wear facial makeup reimagined from the Jew clown archetype in Cantonese and Beijing opera. The Jew is a male clown role. Yet the two people talking in this video display exaggerated female characteristics, big curves, costumes, wigs. Who they are remains unclear, partly because we cannot understand what they are saying. They speak in a Dadaesque-ish language, mimicking one another and using facial expressions to convey supposed meanings. In doing so, these two figures clown the visual language of identity categories, such as gender and race, as well as spoken and gestural language. Their conversation quickly turns into an argument, which is both mysterious and funny to watch and listen to. Somehow, while in the process of observing, you also start to feel as though you were looking in a mirror. There's no solution to this enigma, just the feeling that whatever issue these two individuals are discussing, they might just be acting as two sides of the same coin. The B3 Biennale 2021 honors Sin Wai Kin because they reflect in a perfect way this year's focus on identity. Their works are thoughtful and sophisticated, their stage personas are intriguing, their choice of shapes and colors invigorating. The artist makes reference to great Asian traditions like Chinese opera, Taoist philosophy, daring to use fresh humor and satire in doing so. Immersive performance art and highly intricate drag artistry result in unique artistic experiences. Sin Wai Kin is a young artist from we, in our opinion, are going to hear much more in the coming years. Congratulations on your award.
Thank you very much, Jürgen Boos. This is what my bicep could carry. I'm glad the speech has not been longer. So let's listen to the answer.
Right, hello, this is Wai Kin. I'm so pleased and honored to receive this award. I want to say a huge thank you to Anna Katarina Gerson and the whole B3 team for inviting me to be part of this festival. It means so much, especially to receive this award for this piece, which is really meaningful to me. I've been thinking so much in my work about man-made false dichotomies, and specifically in relationship to Taoist ideologies about language and the kind of difficulties to express things with language because, as it says in the Zhangji, the name is the guest of the substance. So this work was really inspired by a lot of difficulties that I was having over the past few years communicating things because of polarized positionalities. And I think that, again, in the past few years, kind of polarized positionalities are things that we are all encountering. So within this work, language and words are kind of taken away and replaced with a kind of unintelligible language to allow for viewers to project their own kind of experiences onto these characters and what they might be feeling and experiencing. So I hope that you get from this piece as much as I got from making it.
Thank you so much. Sin Wai Kim made a good decision on that with the jury point. Best feature film, that's going to be our next category. Nana Mensah's film, Queen of Glory, will be our opening movie of the B3 Biennale tonight. And she just won as a narrative director at the Tribeca Festival already this year in 2021. So we're happy that she's going to be our opening film with Queen of Glory. And this film, it provokes love and empathy and family and laughter. And it's a story of a smart and a very brilliant woman, a Ghanaian immigrant. Sarah Obeng is the name of the character. And it's about expectations of your future by your family. And the main character falls in love, and the one she married, she's following him to Ohio, skipping her Ivy League PhD program. As her mother all of a sudden died, she leaves her daughter a Christian bookstore in the Bronx. So in a way, a classical immigrant tale meets Queen of Glory. That's our winner trailer. Just a little glimpse.
I'm sorry, darling. Where is the body?
Damn it, Earl, come over here.
So where's the mother?
Pardon?
Where's the body?
Well, Auntie
Patient.
She was cremated in the box.
Hey.
She was cremated.
The man can't jump say cremate, you know.
No, you're right.
Julia, what do we say?
Sorry.
Thanks, Julia. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So after all these categories, please stay for our opening movie, Queen of Glory. Nana Mensah is the winner of Best Feature Film. And Adrien Wouton-Aubé, he would like to be here. He would have liked to be here to hold the laudatio. But unfortunately, he's the chief executive of British Film Commission, and his festival runs until October 17th in London. So he sent us this message for Nana.
Hello, I'm Adrian Wotton, Chief Executive of Film London and the British Film Commission, and it's my real pleasure to be presenting this year's B3 Award for the Best Feature Film. Film London has enjoyed a really creative partnership with the B3 Biennale of the Moving Image for a few years now, and we're delighted to be partnering on so many creative ventures again this year, from showcasing artists' moving image to cultural exchanges between our creative industries. I'm also thrilled to have been asked to present this award for the festival's Best Feature Film, this year themed around identity. So on to this year's award. A young American of Ghanaian descent sets out to write a screenplay, direct the film, and star in it all at once. Sounds ambitious? Well, New York-based Nana Mensah has done just that. She's taken the bull by the horns, as she stated in a recent interview. Her bravery has already been rewarded as her debut feature, Queen of Glory, premiered this year at the Tribeca Film Festival in New York. More importantly, however, the film convinced the festival organisers of B3 and judging panel. It's not only convinced them that it's worth screening tonight as the B3 2021 opening film, but also that Nana Mensah, a first-time filmmaker, is absolutely worthy of receiving the B3 BEN Award in the category Best Feature Film. Queen of Glory tells the story of Sarah Obeng, the brilliant child of Ghanaian immigrants from the Bronx, who's quitting her Ivy League PhD program to follow her married lover to Ohio. When her mother dies suddenly, she bequeaths her daughter a Christian bookstore. I won't give away more of the plot. You'll discover that for yourselves very shortly. But let me just say that Queen of Glory is a reprise of the classic immigrant's tale. It's a comedy provoking laughter and empathy as its heroine is reborn through her inheritance. Nana Mensah is a truly fitting BEN recipient because she approaches and shapes the moving image in various different ways. As an actress, i.e. in the off-Broadway play Nollywood Dreams, as a writer, staff writing for season 2 of HBO's Random Acts of Flyness and Amazon's The Power, and as a director here in her debut feature, which I'm sure will be followed by many, many more films to come. Identity, this year's main B3 topic, is inherent to her work. In a recent interview, she said she doesn't feel quite at home in either place, the US or Ghana, as she's viewed by family and friends in either country as belonging to the other. Nana Mensah wanted to explore that in-between, as she calls it, by telling a truthful story about a mother and daughter. Mothers first and foremost give life. In Queen of Glory, a mother's death gives a second life to her daughter. It's through death that the daughter realizes who she really is, finding the courage to follow the path that is right for her and her alone. That in-between will not go away. That much is certain neither for the protagonist nor for her creator, Nana Mensah. But it can become the driving force, spurring on a startlingly fresh and rich talent in Nana Mensah. Congratulations indeed on your B3 BEN Award. Thank you very much.
What's up, Germany? Thank you so much for awarding Queen of Glory the B3 BEN Award. It means so much to have the film be recognized at this level after putting so much time and energy and blood and sweat and tears into the film over the past couple of years plural. I am so disappointed I can't be there with you in person. I am coming at you live and direct from my dressing room in New York, where I am doing a play, and that is the only thing keeping me from you. But know that I am sending lots of love and gratitude and appreciation from New York to Germany, and I hope we get to be together in person soon. Thank you.
Unfortunately, she's on stage and she can't be here with us tonight, but please stay for the opening movie. We will refill your glasses, promised. So we have 2 more categories to come up, and the next category is the one of the most important artist. Most important artist for us on the B3 is Hito Steyerl. And this late summer, she rejected the Federal Cross of Merit by our federal German president Steinmeier. She wasn't very happy and she criticized how politics dealt with artists during the pandemic. Her art includes performances, multimedia installations, of course, the topics of feminism, of financing, of labor markets, essayistic documentaries. And she's a strong voice. She's a political voice. And I think we need more voices like Hito Steyerl. Alexander Koch is a gallerist from Berlin. You might know KOW Gallery in Berlin. He's the director of German New Patrons Society, and most of all, he's brilliant in newing, and he's an expert in contemporary art of today. And this That's why we're so happy we have him today on stage. Welcome, Alexander Koch. Not only on contemporary art, but on moving art. That's the point.
A little bit. You know,
a little bit, yeah.
These things have become very much the same in recent years. I love painting. I studied painting, but over times you get into movies because they're crispy and important.
And you have a laudatio for Hito.
Yes, which is a great pleasure. So, ladies and gentlemen, to start with, I have a question for you. Imagine if 100 years from now, a great museum would be tasked with putting together a show about contemporary art at the beginning of the 21st century. Who do you think would have to be in that show? That's actually worthwhile a conversation when we're done here. When someone asked me that question a couple of years ago, I had a very quick response. Whoever else would be in that show and in the accompanying screening programs, you'll certainly not be able to do it without her. Without Hito Steyerl, no art of the 21st century. The future may prove me wrong, but I doubt it. Tonight, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else, we honor one of the most remarkable, influential, and astonishing artists of our time. And when I say artist, I should also add public intellectual. I say this because she has become a public persona that many of us seem to trust to give orientation, which is a big thing. Someone who goes on stage and fights for the words to help us understand what's going on, who helps us build criteria with which to judge and decide on things we ourselves have not yet thought through. Someone who also goes on stage to question the status quo, to call out individuals, companies, governments, investors who are responsible for some of what happens to us. Someone who may even encourage us to reconsider our actions and act differently. So she's one of these rare public figures. She reaches out to various publics and communities in different languages that she manages as if she owned them all. She's certainly an outstanding filmmaker. She's also a surprising sculptor. She's also a teacher and a theorist. Her texts and books and lectures are an inspiration. They provoke critical ambition in many people around the world. Her interviews can make my blood run cold when I see how unafraid she is when she speaks her truth. Her works and words open up our imaginary to unseen textures of complexity. They are sharp and crisp, but also entertaining. They are both pop and hard-hitting investigative. Her often tough, often politically charged productions are tremendously innovative in cross-genre research, technology, narration, and aesthetics. For more than 2 decades, she has tackled cutting-edge topics: cryptocurrencies, digital surveillance, tax havens, the Western interventions into the Middle East, the violence executed by state bureaucracies and by public and private media, the cultural military complex. She has often been sharply ahead of the curve, exposing and unfolding issues early on that we are still discussing today. Issues that she's looking at from within her own involvement in various struggles. It's remarkable how she seems to embrace struggle as if it were the core of her art, showing us that those who inhabit the problems, the ambiguities, the contradictions that they have to deal with are the most credible people. Those who have the harsh and at times confusing realities of this world in their lives and under their skins can speak about them with integrity. I believe this integrity has made her a role model for so many people worldwide. An integrity that exists without the usual ideological cliches, without grumble or complain, and without compromise. On the contrary, she owns the virtue to stick to facts and reason and logic, jumping from there to a critical and speculative sphere that she renders beautiful, sometimes funny, and at times transcendent. Seeing her films and listening to her lectures, I will not forget how often I felt a surplus of optimism and hope that filled the air and made me step out of the cinema feeling taller than I actually am. That said, she may as well make some people appear smaller than they seem to be. When the German federal president Frank-Walter Steinmeier announced her as a recipient of the Federal Cross of Merit just 4 weeks ago, she responded with an open letter informing him that she would not be able to accept this medal unless new policies would be implemented to improve the unjust conditions in the cultural and educational sector, period. Well, I haven't heard of any open letters that reached this biennial, so I think we're good. After all these nice words, let me finish with the last thought. Let's be thankful. Let us actually be grateful that we have artists like her. Looking back in 100 years, may appear as fascinating milestones on our cultural and our societal path. But let's not wait to give them support. They need it now. So, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Hito Steyerl.
But we can be sure she's going to accept this prize? Yeah, we're not the federal president. Okay.
I'm sure she will.
And let's listen to Hito Steyerl herself.
Well, thank you so much for awarding me the art prize of your festival. I'm a bit at a loss as to what to say. I'm a bit out of context, but anyway, thank you so much. I think it's going to be quite a challenge moving forward to think about the future of moving image, especially when the black box doesn't seem as available as it used to due to pandemia and its consequences. So let's see where we move from here. In any case, I wish you an excellent festival, and thanks again.
Yeah, and we'll move on towards our highlight category tonight. It's the Lifetime Achievement Award. And this goes this year, 2021, to Oliver Stone. His art was never mainstream, as we all know. Some of us, maybe most of us, have been influenced by films as Platoon, Born on 4th of July, JFK, Snowden, Scarface, Nixon, you name it. Midnight Express, I hear here from the audience, somebody liked. And if you know his style of directing, it's always been powerful, and we are not resting in our armchairs. He's challenging. He wants to know our opinion on what he's offering us. So we are happy that he is winning this award tonight. Oliver Stone, he quit Yale, he's been in Vietnam, and he inspired so many creative filmmakers around the world. And we're happy that he won this prize tonight.
Hey, hey.
My name is Edward Joseph Snowden.
Rendezvous with me on Barclay Street.
Baby cold calling widows and dentists to buy 20 shares in fucking dog shit stock. Burn!
Ceremony is about to begin.
Not only the most dangerous moment of the Cold War, it was the most dangerous moment in human history.
¿De cuántas veces he sido detenido? Torturados, torture, crazy.
La causa del golpe en Venezuela y de la invasión a Irak.
Venezuela and Iraq.
La misma. Petróleo.
Flash of light or something which caused me to feel that something out of the ordinary had occurred there on the
Oliver Stone. He puts his main characters always into those individual fails and conflicts, often with a corrupt system, as we've just seen. And the laudator for this category is Werner Herzog. Both filmmakers know each other, and we're happy we won him for that. And his characters are often chasing those impossible dreams. I think as an actor, it's always been impossible to work with him. It's, as to say, a unique way of making films if you work with Werner Herzog. New German film.
Gratulation an Oliver Stone für den Ehrenpreis des Festivals. Dieser Preis ist gemeint für sein Lebenswerk, aber bekannt geworden ist er jetzt in allerjüngster Zeit ja durch seine Autobiografie Chasing the Light, das ihn auf einmal als Schriftsteller sichtbar macht. Wir sind beide übrigens bekannt, flüchtig. Er ist ein Kollege von mir als Schriftsteller und als Filmregisseur. Wir sehen uns ab und zu und wir bekochen uns ab und zu und reden dann aber über wichtige Sachen im Leben. Und was er jetzt gemacht hat mit seinem Buch, ist ja nur das Essentielle, nur das, was wirklich ganz groß und ganz wichtig ist für ihn als Mensch, als Filmemacher, als Autor. Wir haben uns immer als Brüder gesehen, aber als Brüder sozusagen im selben Gefecht. Dasselbe Gefecht, das man fechten muss, wenn man als Filmregisseur irgendwie den Fuß auf den Boden bekommen will und irgendwie auch überleben will. Er hat uns gezeigt, dass er eine Tiefe an Filmen, an Bildern hat, aber jetzt wissen wir von der Tiefe seiner Prosa. Seine Einsichten haben Tiefe, seine Schönheit hat Tiefe, in dem, wie er schreibt. Er ist in gewisser Weise eine ganz einzigartige Figur. Und zwar deshalb, weil er anders als viele andere ganz, ganz intensiv auf der Suche nach Wahrheit ist. Ich muss dabei sagen, dass man mit Wahrheit nur sehr vorsichtig umgehen sollte. Den Begriff dürfen wir nur mit Kneifzangen anfassen, weil weder Mathematiker noch Philosophen noch der Papst in Rom können uns wirklich genau sagen, was es ist. Aber ich glaube, Sie verstehen, was ich meine. Es ist ein Prozess. Er ist immer auf der Suche. Er ist immer hinter etwas her, was kaum beschreibbar, was sehr flüchtig sich vor uns herbegibt. Das macht er sowohl in den Filmen wie auch jetzt in seiner Prosa. Es ist eine Suche nach etwas ganz, ganz schwer Fassbarem. man sieht das ganz deutlich, diese außerordentliche Macht und Drang nach etwas Tieferen, als seine Großmutter stirbt, seine geliebte Großmutter. Er erfährt, sie ist im Sterben, aber er fliegt nach Paris, kommt ganz wenige Minuten oder Stunden zu spät und sie ist bereits tot. Und auf einmal kommen Schatten auf ihn zu. Die Großmutter, obwohl sie tot daliegt, spricht noch. Und er beschreibt, was sie sagt. Und er sagt dann, Verzeihung, dass ich das nur auf Englisch jetzt habe und lesen kann. Er sagt, I looked and saw nothing but her silence. In it was her answer. Und dann beschreibt er, wie Geister von Freunden, von Bekannten, von allen auf ihn einstürmen, über den Tod dieser Großmutter hinweg. Und auf einmal erkennt er eine merkwürdige Wahrheit, die sich nur ganz flüchtig artikuliert. I couldn't hear. Die Großmutter spricht ja nicht mehr. I couldn't hear. But it was clear that the shades, die Geister, die Schatten, but it was clear what the shades were saying. We, the dead, are telling you, your lifespan is short. Make of it everything you can before you are one of us. Das Buch ist voll mit solchen Dingen und ich bin sehr stolz, dass er jetzt auf einmal als ganze runde Figur vor uns da ist. Mit seinem Innenleben, mit seiner Prosa, mit seinen Filmen. Er hat die Wahrheit einer ganzen Generation ja in sich. Und zwar die Wahrheit hat für ihn begonnen mit dem Vietnamkrieg. Er wollte ja nicht als Offizier dorthin, er wollte als Infanteriesoldat dienen, im Schlamm, in den Gräben, im Regen, im Dschungel. Und da erfährt er Dinge, die ihn völlig abheben von den Verunsicherungen, Verwirrungen und von den Mythen Amerikas, völlig wegbringen. Er erkennt die Wahrheit seines eigenen Landes. Er erkennt die Lüge seines eigenen Landes. Er erkennt dann auch die Lüge und den Irrsinn der Filmindustrie. Die Filmindustrie, ich erlebe das ja auch, ist eine Landschaft, die erfüllt ist von Wahnsinn, von Illusionen, von Lügen, von Opportunismus. Er beschreibt in wunderbarer Weise Dino De Laurentiis, einen der Produzenten. Ich kannte ihn übrigens auch sehr gut. Dino De Laurentiis, der ihm vorgaukelt, er würde jetzt einen Film produzieren. Und dabei nimmt er Oliver Stone nur als Vorwand, um andere Leute an Land zu ziehen und zu gewinnen. Es ist völlig unglaublich. Und er beschreibt da in dieser Biografie eigentlich im Wesentlichen die formativen Jahre. Die Jahre, wo er auf der Suche war, bis hin dann zu dem ersten großen Durchbruch. Und der größte Durchbruch, Platoon, der ihm dann den Oscar gebracht hat. Er hat ja mehrere Oscars gewonnen. Aber Oscar heißt für ihn, für Oliver Stone, anders für mich, als irgendwie die höchst erreichbare Anerkennung in der Industrie, weil es eben nur eine Anerkennung der Industrie ist. Jetzt aber mit seinem Buch und mit dem, was er schreibt, auf einmal ist er hinter etwas anderem her. Ich weiß nicht, ob er eine Fortsetzung schreiben wird, aber ich denke, das wird kommen, weil ab jetzt, ab Platoon, ist ja dann im Wesentlichen Karriere, die großen Filme, die er dann gemacht hat. Er ist immer auf der Suche nach dieser schwer greifbaren Wahrheit. Und ich glaube, wir können uns ihm anvertrauen. Dem Licht nachzujagen ist für ihn nie vorüber. Meine Gratulation an Oliver Stone.
I received this prize the other day in the mail, and I was quite shocked. It's strange. It's a strange face of a human being, and B3 Moving Images, a Biennale, I think, about artists and moving image. And certainly this is a moving image if you think about it, because the head is normally here. But I think the idea is that the South African sculptures, the idea is the mind of the man is stretching into the future, the past, whatever. He's stretching out for a bigger perspective of life. And I think that's what this strange sculpture stands for, which is a very interesting one. I think I will definitely keep it centerpiece, and people will wonder what it is. I like it. Thank you for giving it to me. I'm honored. I especially honored because you're from a country that I don't know that well, and that you like my work. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Hey, Ben. Yeah, thank you to Oliver Stone. Well, these have been our categories, our award winners, and we thank you for being here today in the Astor Lounge and all of you on the streaming. So for you, the streaming will be finished and you have to change to the homepage of B3 to see the opening movie, Queen of Glory. Thank you very much. Alle Laudatoren, jeder, der einen Preis bekommen hat, everybody who won a prize, please come up onto stage. And for last picture, Igor, yeah? Then you can have a drink afterwards. Just a photo and then a drink. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Enjoy the Biennale. See you. Frau Metzler? You've not been the only one, but good to have you on stage. Who else? Frau Metzler vielleicht noch mal. Brenda Leon. This is your applause. Herr Weber. So you might stay seated. Woo! Mrs. Anderson. Okay, I thought he would be a range of photographers, but it's good to have you back on stage. We don't have a photographer anymore. Enjoy the drinks, enjoy the evenings, enjoy yourself. It's only us.